Anything else that you might want to mention? Then we can open up the floor to the students to hopefully come at you with some outstanding questions.
Absolutely. I hope, before we get into the website, I hope Gail reiterated how unbelievably impressed I was. It was awful picking a winner. It was so hard. And that I had sent it out to, I'll say 15, 20 people that I really trust, looking for opinions, as well as all my kids, and getting everybody's opinion back. Everybody picked somebody different. Like that's the quality and how wonderful all of these were, is they all came back with a different answer. Even I have 3 boys and a billet son, so even my core family members all came back with a different winner, because that's how impressive everything was. So absolutely just want to make sure you guys know that, and that it was agony. So impressed with everything. and that's all I told everybody, was how impressed I was with all of the students and all of the 10 designs that I got. Awesome. So moving on from that, website. It's interesting because I just listened to a podcast. I listened to podcasts last week. One was saying how, websites are great and fine and dandy, but people now just use them to skip over and don't really look at them. Whereas the next podcast I listened to is really trying to get off Facebook ads and Amazon and drive all of his sales to his own website to eliminate that cost that they pull off from Shopify, etc. So within my drive to Toronto there back, don't spend a lot of time on a website and spend all the time in the world on a website to drive sales. So I believe, and we talked a little bit about this in the last meeting. I incredibly value your opinions on this as younger student, younger than me coming into this, that I think I want to shy away from stores at this point. I don't believe I want to go into the Sport Cheks. Initially I did. I went into the Sport Cheks. One of my dearest friends owns Skaters Edge here in North Bay, and he is happy to reach out to all of that source to stock my product on their shelves. I don't know if that's where I want to go with it, as opposed to direct sales to my teams, which is going to be a big product for me, and direct sales to other health clinics. And then the home gym user, which I think will be, at least my understanding is, a lot of online sales, possibly Instagram, maybe Pinterest. I haven't looked into that ever at all, but absolutely through the website. So sales through website is going to be a big value for me, and driving practitioners potentially to that. And from a website perspective, I sent Kristen a whole bunch of examples, but they all, and I think it's just a new format. We've redone our website. If you looked at it when I talked to you guys in January, I think we've launched our newer version of our website since, and all the new websites, Core Maximus, nothing to do with the ball. All the new websites just seem to flow straight down, is what the new model seems to be. So all of the websites of people I follow, that's what it looks like. It's a pure scroll down, as opposed to lots of click and follow through to the next page. So my thought is super simple, super easy to navigate, clear, concise, lots of call to actions, and trying to navigate those three target markets, right? I have my health practitioners, my athletes, and my home gym user. So all of my my sales pitches that I'm working on in my business plan, everything is kind of almost 3-tiered to those things, yet simple. To be able to view the website on different devices, so to make it applicable that if somebody's on their iPhone or iPad or whatever you have, I don't have an iPhone, Android, mobile device versus laptop, to make sure that we can flip through that. a strong brand identity. So colors, make sure everything kind of molds together. And I put into Gale, I think it was group 4, that had my teal, my 3 colors with the circles. The consistency of the brand identity through the entire slide deck was perfect. I mean, you knew it was the same pitch through the whole thing. So that kind of concept. Social media, because again, the home gym users are going to be either redirected to that or from social media redirected to the website, because I think showing people how to use the ball, that everybody can use it. It's not only for my top athletes, and even for my top athletes, sometimes they have, I shouldn't say sometimes, most of the time they have no idea what else you can do besides those 2 moves that they know. So education of using the ball is going to be a big piece of it, but it's education with a 15-second clip of me doing an exercise on a ball, not words. Words are not, that's not going to, I don't believe, I think it's a lot better to show the exercise on the ball. Let's see. With sales, there's all the security features that have to go into that, right? Which I think is more me than eventually as I get the website going. Again, the online sales, easy to find contact information, all ease of use, easy to navigate, easy contact, my exercises are right there, so that's easy to see. And the questions I thought to answer is, what do I offer? How from a consumer perspective, how will it make my life better, which is my target markets, and what do I need to do to buy it? So if those things are a piece of the puzzle, I don't know if that's too much or exactly what you were looking for, or so that's
fabulous.
That's kind of where I've navigated so far. And then, but I am not a web person.
No, honestly, you've probably provided more than a lot of my clients have the ability to communicate without me essentially like pulling it out. So you've kind of nailed a lot of it over the head.
Okay.
I have like my own personal couple questions, but I'd love to see what the students might have to ask you first. So if anybody wants to just jump in, since we're kind of quiet right now, or raise your hand or put in the chat that you have a question, please go ahead. Tom.
Yeah, so I just had a really quick couple of clarifying questions. So I think my audio cut out just at the very beginning on whether or not you wanted to have sales through your websites or rather through your social media. My audio just kind of cut out, so I just kind of missed that point there.
For sure. I would like to drive most of my sales through website.
Through your website.
Yes, I'm hoping that's the main online focus. And then a lot of it's going to be direct sales, me cold calling and actual direct sales with people.
And you can do both.
The home gym user, right?
Sorry to interrupt. You can absolutely, have both of those happen. You'll be able to have your, even if it is start selling at Sport Chek or anywhere else, it's not to say that you can't still be selling because like you said, it's all in your pocket. Through your website as well. So those can go in tandem, but knowing that that's obviously the big driving force for the website it's good to know, obviously. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Do you have another question? We'll go for it, Amanda. Yep.
Yeah. So sorry, I just had like one more. So as far as purpose of the website goes, so like we've already talked about, we want it to be somewhere to drive your sales up. But then on the other hand, I kind of got the vibe that you wanted it to be more of like an instructional kind of website where people can go and find videos of how to use your exercise ball, or was that just something you wanted on your social media?
Absolutely, it's promoted on social media, but I believe I need it on the website as well. Again, especially if a user is not going to my social media, I feel like I'm going to be doing email marketing, so an actual email list and mail out with an exercise. So I do that right now, an exercise of the week. But again, I think one of the big hurdles I have to overcome, or something to complement the sale of the ball, because I am going for a higher price point, is I'm giving you all the tools on how to use it. So I think the website needs to incorporate that you don't have to try and figure out what to do on the ball. You don't have to figure out a workout. I do 10-minute workouts. I do an exercise of the week. All you need to do is purchase the product. And on top of that, here's all these free things that you get. And I should mention, I can't forget the recycled components. I've been delving into that a lot, or trying to navigate that in my head a lot. I don't think my top athletes are going to care. Like, I don't think the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to care if the ball's recycled or not, if I'm fully honest. My health practitioners, possibly, depending on what market it is, especially if it's the fitness component, they might. Home gym users, I think, really will. However, it's a big deal to me. So we need to make sure that recycled components in there, which I didn't mention. I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, and just sorry, I have a follow-up. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Could you have product images or videos that you can link to us that we can put on the website or on our mock-ups, etc.?
Absolutely. So I have, and I can send Kristen all the links. Like, I have a TikTok that has 15-second videos. This is me doing however many exercises. Our YouTube page has over 150 10-minute videos of me doing actual exercises, but I can send all those links to Kristen. Is that what you meant, Amanda? Yes. Okay.
Sorry, I'm just gonna.
Sometimes it's what I hear is not necessarily what you meant. So feel free to
No, you're nailing it, Corey. Don't worry.
I have a question. I have a question, Corey. What's your main demographic for the website? It would be the same for the exercise ball, right? You're probably thinking like young adults, roughly around age 19 to 20, or older.
So again, I need to hit those 3 target markets, which it actually makes it a little bit more challenging. But I would say within those 3 target markets, I would say it is 20 to 45. In, my professional athletes will be a little bit younger, but it's not actually the athletes that I'm targeting. I'm targeting so let's even say 25 to 45, because it's going to be the trainers I'm targeting, not the athletes. The trainers on the team, the ATs, the athletic therapists, they're going to be the ones pulling in the exercise ball, and the athletes are just going to use whatever's in the gym. So I would say 25 to 45. Home gym users is going to be 90% female. I'm very aware of that. I absolutely will try and target my males, but it's going to be mostly females that use the ball at home. And then the other 2 pieces, male female combo.
Awesome. Thanks, Corey. Mac, I know you wanted to speak, but I think Tom had a question from the beginning. Tom, are you there? You want to get your question in now?
Yeah, sorry. It's
No.
not really a big question. It's would you prefer a fact page, or would you prefer like the information to be strewn around the website?
I don't think I'm a fan of a fact page. My gut there went, ugh, that's so much reading and all it. I am very, to my fault, like, oh, something shiny. You can't hold my attention for more than 4 seconds. So if I saw that on a web page, I'd skip it.
Okay. All right.
Personally.
Thank you.
Yeah. But it shouldn't all be about me. And I just noticed again, my name says Caden Long. That's my son. That's not me.
I know when you popped in, I was like, Caden, I'm quite confident that's still Corey.
Just noticed. So I apologize.